You think Ghana's wealth is just cocoa exports and gold mines controlled by men? Think again. Hidden across Accra's bustling streets, Kumasi's commercial districts, and Takoradi's industrial zones are women who built multi-hundred-million-dollar empires from cocoa processing plants, real estate developments, telecommunications companies, beauty brands, and gold trading operations. These aren't just rich women. They're business titans who broke through West Africa's male-dominated industries to accumulate wealth that places them among Africa's wealthiest females. But who are these women? Which Ghanaian females transformed hustle into hundreds of millions while reshaping Ghana's economy in their image? Today, we're counting down the 10 richest women in Ghana, whose fortunes prove that West African female entrepreneurship creates wealth at levels that shock even seasoned business observers. Stick around, because the number one spot features a woman whose $720 million fortune makes her not just Ghana's richest woman, but one of West Africa's most successful entrepreneurs, period. Number 10. Nana Ama McBrown. The Entertainment Queen. Nana Ama McBrown represents Ghana's entertainment industry success, an actress, TV host, and brand ambassador whose decades-long career built wealth that most Ghanaian entertainers never approach. Her fortune comes from acting in over 100 films, hosting popular TV shows, and securing endorsement deals with major Ghanaian and international brands seeking her massive following. Her lifestyle reflects entertainment celebrity success, properties in Accra, luxury vehicles, designer fashion, and influence extending beyond screens into social media where millions follow her every move. She represents Ghanaian women who leverage talent into sustainable wealth rather than fleeting fame. But it all started when young Nana Ama entered Ghana's film industry in the early 2000s, taking roles in Kumawood and Gallywood productions. Her natural acting ability and screen presence made her fan favorite, leading to lead roles that paid increasingly substantial fees. Unlike many African actors who struggle financially despite fame, McBrown diversified into TV hosting with McBrown's Kitchen and other shows generating steady income. The endorsement deals amplified her wealth. Major brands including Imperial Leather Soap, Hisense Electronics, and others pay her tens of thousands for endorsements, leveraging her authenticity and massive fan base to sell products to Ghana's growing middle class. What makes McBrown's achievement noteworthy is building $2 million net worth from entertainment in country where most actors barely survive, demonstrating that strategic career management converts African fame into actual wealth. And while entertainment creates modest fortunes, our next woman shows that politics and public service can also generate substantial wealth. Number 9. Charlotte Osei. The former Electoral Commission chair. Charlotte Osei built her fortune through combination of public service, private sector work, and business ventures. As former chairperson of Ghana's Electoral Commission from 2015 to 2018, she held one of Ghana's most powerful positions while also engaging in business activities that generated wealth beyond government salary. Her lifestyle reflects public figure success, properties in Accra, international travel for speaking engagements and consultancy work, and influence in Ghanaian political and business circles. She represents Ghanaian women who navigated public sector leadership while building private wealth. But it all started when Charlotte, educated in law and holding master's degrees from UK universities, worked in private sector before appointment to Electoral Commission. Her tenure overseeing Ghana's 2016 presidential election, managing process peacefully despite intense political tensions, raised her international profile significantly. Post-government, she leveraged that profile into consultancy work, board positions, and speaking engagements across Africa and internationally. Organizations pay substantial fees for her expertise in electoral processes, good governance, and women's leadership, converting her government experience into ongoing income streams. What makes Charlotte's wealth significant is how it demonstrates that African public service, when managed strategically, creates platforms for post-government wealth through consultancy and speaking, rather than just modest government salaries. From politics to music, our next woman proves that Ghanaian entertainment can generate serious wealth for top performers. Number 8. Rebecca Acheampong. The music star. Becca built her fortune as one of Ghana's most successful musicians, with career spanning over 15 years of hit songs, sold-out concerts, and brand endorsements. Her wealth comes from music sales, streaming revenue, live performances across Africa and internationally, and endorsement deals with major brands seeking her youth appeal and vocal talent. Her lifestyle reflects music success, luxury properties, expensive vehicles, designer fashion, and international travel for performances and collaborations with other African artists. She represents Ghanaian musicians who converted talent into sustainable wealth rather than burning bright and flaming out. But it all started when teenage Becca entered Ghanaian music industry, releasing her first album, Sugar, in 2007, which included hit single You Lied to Me. Her powerful vocals and contemporary Afrobeat sound distinguished her from competitors, attracting producers, promoters, and eventually major brand sponsors. The endorsement deals transformed her finances. Companies including Etisalat Telecommunications, Farm Fresh Pure Water, and others paid 6 figures for Becca to represent their brands, understanding that young Ghanaians trusted her endorsement. These deals provided stable income supplementing unpredictable music revenue. What makes Becca's achievement remarkable is building $6 million fortune from music and industry, where piracy and streaming decimated traditional revenue sources, proving that live performances and endorsements sustain African music wealth when record sales don't. From music to mining, our next woman demonstrates that Ghana's gold sector creates enormous wealth for women who master its complexities. Number 7. Joana Gyan Cudjoe, the Queen of Gold. Joana Gyan Cudjoe earned the nickname Queen of Gold through her dominance in Ghana's mining sector as CEO of Golden Empire Legacy Limited. Her fortune comes from gold mining operations, trading precious metals, and exporting gold to international markets. Activities that generated $70 million in wealth in industry traditionally dominated by men. Her lifestyle reflects mining success, luxury properties in Accra, expensive vehicles, and political influence as Member of Parliament representing a Menfi Central constituency. She represents Ghanaian women who conquered male-dominated industries through determination and business acumen while also engaging in politics. But it all started when Joana recognized that Ghana, Africa's largest gold producer, offered opportunities for entrepreneurs willing to navigate complex licensing, environmental regulations, and capital requirements that deter most people. She secured licenses for gold mining, buying, and export, then built operations that process and trade substantial gold volumes. The gold business requires capital, connections, and operational excellence. Joana invested in mining equipment, hired geologists and engineers, secured financing, and built relationships with international gold buyers in Dubai and Europe who purchase Ghana's gold output. Her company now operates multiple mining sites while also trading gold from other miners. The political dimension adds influence. As MP, she advocates for mining sector interests, while her business success provides financial independence that most African politicians lack. This combination of business wealth and political power makes her one of Ghana's most formidable women. What makes Joana's achievement extraordinary is building $70 million fortune in mining, capital-intensive, technically complex industry where failure rates exceed 90%. She not only succeeded, but became one of Ghana's largest female gold dealers. Before we continue to the top 6, let me ask you something. Are you shocked by how much wealth these Ghanaian women have accumulated? If this is opening your eyes to West African female success, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now let's reveal who made the top 6 richest women in Ghana. Number 6. Patricia Obo-Nai, the telecommunications pioneer. Patricia Obo-Nai made history as the first Ghanaian woman to become CEO of major telecommunications company when she took leadership of Vodafone Ghana, now Telecel, in 2019. Her $85 million fortune comes from decades climbing telecommunications corporate ladder, earning executive salaries, stock options, and bonuses that accumulated into substantial wealth. Her lifestyle reflects corporate executive success, properties in Accra's exclusive neighborhoods, international travel for business and leisure, luxury vehicles, and influence in Ghana's technology and business sectors. She represents Ghanaian women who built wealth through corporate careers rather than entrepreneurship, proving multiple paths to fortune exist. But it all started when Patricia, armed with engineering degree and MBA, joined Millicom Ghana Limited, TIGO, in 1997 as engineer. Over 14 years, she rose through technical and management positions, mastering telecommunications operations, strategy, and leadership. Her technical competence combined with business acumen made her invaluable as TIGO expanded across Ghana. In 2011, she joined Vodafone Ghana as Chief Operations Officer, positioning herself for ultimate advancement. Her appointment as CEO in 2019 shattered glass ceiling, becoming first Ghanaian and first woman leading company serving millions of customers with annual revenues exceeding hundreds of millions. The compensation at these levels is substantial. CEOs of major telecom companies earn base salaries of $200,000 to $500,000 annually, plus bonuses, stock options, and benefits. Over 20-plus-year career, Patricia accumulated wealth through salary, investments, and strategic wealth management that built $85 million fortune. What makes Patricia's success significant is demonstrating that Ghanaian women can reach absolute peak of corporate leadership in capital-intensive, technically complex industries. Sectors where African women remain drastically underrepresented at executive levels. From telecommunications to beauty, our next woman proves that Ghana's cosmetics industry creates nine-figure fortunes. Number 5. Grace Amey-Obeng, the beauty empire builder. Grace Amey-Obeng's $100 million fortune represents one of Ghana's most inspiring entrepreneurial stories, from beauty therapist returning from London with just $100 to building Forever Claire cosmetics empire with 8 branches in Ghana and exports to 7 African countries. Her wealth comes from selling cosmetics, beauty products, and wellness services to Ghana's growing middle class and African diaspora. Her lifestyle reflects beauty industry success. Luxury properties, international travel for business expansion and industry events, and recognition as one of Ghana's most successful female entrepreneurs. She represents self-made Ghanaian women who identified market opportunities and executed brilliantly despite starting with almost nothing. But it all started in the 1980s when Grace studied beauty therapy in London, learning techniques and business models unavailable in Ghana. She returned with just $100 in vision, recognizing that Ghana's growing middle class would pay for quality beauty products and professional beauty services if someone provided them reliably. She launched Forever Claire, FC Beauty Salon and Cosmetics, initially operating single salon offering beauty treatments. The business exploded as Ghanaian women embraced quality beauty services. She expanded into manufacturing cosmetics, creating products tailored for African skin tones and beauty preferences. The manufacturing pivot transformed margins. Instead of retailing imported products, she produced her own at fraction of cost. The expansion accelerated through strategic moves. Forever Claire opened branches across Ghana, franchised operations to entrepreneurs in other African countries, and exported products to Nigerian, Kenyan, and other African markets. The company now employs hundreds while generating tens of millions in annual revenue. Her leadership extends beyond business. She founded Ghana Cosmetology and Wellness Foundation, promoting professional standards in Ghana's beauty industry and training next generation of beauty entrepreneurs. In 2017, she received Ghana Women of the Year honors for excellence in business. What makes Grace's achievement inspiring is building $100 million fortune from $100 initial capital through sheer determination, business acumen, and understanding of African women's beauty needs. She represents African entrepreneurship at its finest, identifying unmet needs, executing relentlessly, and scaling through discipline. From beauty to manufacturing, our top 4 represents Ghanaian women operating at absolute elite wealth levels. Number 4. Gifty Lamptey, the fertilizer magnate. Gifty Lamptey's $135 million fortune comes from her position as largest individual shareholder in Sedalco, one of West Africa's largest fertilizer distributors. Her wealth derives from dividends, stock appreciation, and her influence in agricultural input sector that feeds Ghana and neighboring countries. Her lifestyle reflects industrial wealth, properties in Accra and internationally, luxury vehicles, and involvement in Ghana's agricultural policy discussions as major stakeholder in fertilizer industry. She represents Ghanaian women who accumulated wealth through strategic investments in unglamorous but highly profitable sectors. But it all started when Gifty recognized that Ghana's agricultural productivity, critical for country dependent on farming, required consistent access to quality fertilizers at affordable prices. She invested in Sodalco, building her stake through capital injections and strategic patience as company grew into regional powerhouse. Sodalco supplies fertilizers to farmers across Ghana and exports to neighboring West African countries. The business model is stable. Farmers need fertilizers annually regardless of economic cycles, creating predictable revenue. Government agricultural subsidies often include fertilizer components, making Sodalco partial beneficiary of public agricultural programs. The wealth accumulation came through compounding. As Sodalco grew, Gifty's shareholdings appreciated. While dividends provided cash flow, she reinvested in additional shares or other businesses. This patient, long-term approach built wealth exceeding $135 million. What makes Gifty's success noteworthy is building fortune in fertilizer distribution, necessary but unsexy industry that most entrepreneurs overlook while chasing glamorous tech or entertainment ventures. She understood that fortunes are built serving essential needs, not chasing trends. From fertilizers to cables, our top 3 features women whose wealth exceeds $250 million. Number 3. Kate Quartey-Papafio, the cable manufacturing pioneer. Kate Quartey-Papafio's $250 million fortune comes from founding and leading Leroy Cables Limited, one of Ghana's leading manufacturers of electrical and telecommunication cables. Her wealth represents success in capital-intensive manufacturing sector where women are virtually non-existent at ownership levels. She broke through gender barriers to dominate industry supplying Ghana's electrical and telecommunications infrastructure. Her lifestyle reflects industrial manufacturing wealth, properties in Accra, international travel for business development and equipment sourcing, and recognition as trailblazer who proved Ghanaian women can compete in heavy industry. She represents women who didn't just enter male-dominated industries but conquered them. But it all started when Kate identified opportunity in Ghana's growing electricity and telecommunications sectors. As Ghana developed, demand for quality electrical cables exploded. New buildings, telecommunications towers, electrical grid expansions all required cables that previously were imported at high costs. She recognized that local manufacturing could serve this demand while creating jobs and keeping profits in Ghana. Launching Leroy Cables required enormous capital, manufacturing facilities, imported machinery, raw materials, skilled labor, and quality certifications. She secured financing, partnered with international cable manufacturers for technical expertise, and invested millions building state-of-the-art facility. The business model is robust. Electrical and telecom cables are essential infrastructure inputs with consistent demand. Major construction projects, telecommunications companies, and electrical contractors buy cables in bulk, generating predictable revenue. Leroy Cables captured substantial market share by offering competitive pricing, reliable quality, and local availability that imports couldn't match. Her wealth comes from decades of profits reinvested and compounded. Cable manufacturing generates healthy margins. Raw materials cost fraction of finished cable prices, and manufacturing efficiency improves with scale. Leroy's dominance in Ghanaian market plus expansion into West African exports built Kate's $250 million fortune. What makes Kate's achievement groundbreaking is building massive manufacturing fortune in sector where African women remain virtually absent. She didn't just break glass ceiling, she shattered it, proving women can succeed in capital-intensive heavy industry when given opportunity and capital access. From manufacturing to real estate, our final 2 represent Ghana's absolute wealthiest women. Number 2. Theresa Oppong-Beeko, the real estate baroness. Theresa Oppong-Beeko's $420 million fortune comes from founding and leading Manate Group, one of Ghana's largest real estate development companies. Her wealth derives from developing commercial properties, residential complexes, and mixed-use projects across Accra and other Ghanaian cities. Real estate portfolio that generates tens of millions in annual rental income while appreciating substantially as Ghana's property values climb. Her lifestyle reflects real estate mogul success, properties in Accra's most exclusive neighborhoods, many of which she developed, luxury vehicles, international travel, and influence in Ghanaian business and political circles, where real estate decisions shape urban development. She represents women who built fortunes through patient real estate development rather than quick flips. But it all started when Theresa recognized that Ghana's growing middle class, expanding corporate sector, and urban migration created massive demand for quality housing and commercial space. Most Ghanaian real estate was low-quality, informal construction. She saw opportunity to provide modern, well-managed properties for professionals and businesses willing to pay premium prices. She founded Manate Group as wholly Ghanaian-owned real estate development holding company, focusing initially on residential properties in Accra. Her approach emphasized quality construction, professional management, and long-term holding rather than quick sales, building rental income streams that compound over decades. The wealth creation mechanism is powerful. Theresa develops properties using combination of equity and debt financing, rents them to corporations and wealthy individuals at premium rates generating 10 to 15% annual yields, then holds as properties appreciate 5 to 10% annually. This dual wealth creation, rental income plus appreciation, compounds into enormous wealth over 20-plus years. Manate Group's portfolio now includes office buildings housing multinational corporations, residential complexes serving expats and wealthy Ghanaians, and mixed-use developments integrating retail, residential, and office space. The company's properties sit in Accra's most valuable locations: Airport Residential Area, cantonments, East Legon, where land values have multiplied 10 to 20 times over past decades. Her $420 million net worth comes from her ownership stake in Manate Group's property portfolio worth likely over $1 billion after subtracting debt. The annual rental income alone probably exceeds $20 to $30 million, providing cash flow that funds lifestyle and new development projects. What makes Theresa's success extraordinary is building real estate fortune in a country where women rarely control major real estate development companies. She navigated male-dominated construction, finance, and property sectors to become one of Ghana's most successful developers, proving that strategic real estate development creates generational wealth even in developing markets. And finally, at number 1, we reach a woman whose wealth doesn't just exceed all other Ghanaian women, but places her among West Africa's wealthiest entrepreneurs, period. Number 1. Patricia Poku-Diaby, Ghana's Cocoa Queen. At number 1 sits Patricia Poku-Diaby with $720 million fortune that makes her not just Ghana's richest woman, but one of West Africa's most successful entrepreneurs regardless of gender. Her massive wealth comes from founding and leading Plot Enterprise Ghana Limited, a wholly Ghanaian-owned cocoa processing company that transforms Ghana's primary export, cocoa, into value-added products sold globally. Her lifestyle reflects her position at Ghana's wealth pinnacle, luxury properties in Ghana and internationally, private travel, and influence extending to highest levels of Ghanaian government and business where cocoa policy affects her operations. She represents Ghanaian women who didn't just succeed in business but built empires rivaling any in West Africa. But it all started in unlikely fashion. Patricia worked in her family's trading and transportation business in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, learning business fundamentals through hands-on experience rather than elite education. This practical experience taught her how West African commerce actually works. Relationships matter, logistics determine profitability, and understanding markets beats academic credentials. In 1996, she founded Plot Enterprise Group in Ivory Coast, initially trading cocoa and other agricultural commodities. The business grew steadily, but Patricia recognized the real opportunity: cocoa processing. Ghana and Ivory Coast export billions of dollars of raw cocoa beans annually to European and American processors who capture the value addition by converting beans into cocoa powder, cocoa butter, and chocolate products. She decided to capture that value in Africa. In 2006, she began implementing vision for Plot Enterprise Ghana, a modern, large-scale cocoa processing facility in Takoradi. The project required enormous capital, technical expertise, and government support. Construction took 3 years, with trial runs starting in November 2009 and full commissioning in January 2010. The facility is impressive. Annual initial bean input capacity of 32,000 metric tons, expandable to higher volumes. The plant processes Ghana's cocoa beans into cocoa powder and cocoa butter, which sell at significantly higher prices than raw beans to chocolate manufacturers globally. This value addition is where Patricia's fortune comes from, buying beans from Ghanaian farmers through Ghana Cocoa Board, processing them into finished products, and selling at margins that generate tens of millions in annual profits. The business model is robust. Cocoa demand is stable globally. Ghana produces 600,000 to 900,000 metric tons annually, providing reliable bean supply, and processed cocoa products command premium prices from European and Asian manufacturers. Plot Enterprise Ghana has gained international recognition for quality, achieving high rankings in food safety management systems certifications. Patricia's business empire now spans 3 countries: Plot Enterprise Ghana, processing cocoa; Plot Enterprise Ivory Coast trading cocoa and other commodities, and Plot Commodities registered in Dubai handling international sales. This vertical integration captures value at multiple stages: sourcing, processing, trading, and international distribution. Her $720 million net worth comes from her ownership of these enterprises, with annual processing capacity generating likely $50 to $100 million in revenue at healthy margins, plus appreciation of industrial assets and real estate. Her wealth has compounded over 15+ years of operations. Beyond wealth, Patricia's achievement is transformative for Ghana. She created hundreds of direct jobs, thousands of indirect agricultural employment, foreign exchange earnings from exports, and demonstration that Ghanaians can build world-class manufacturing operations. In 2015, she was named 8th richest person in Ghana overall and richest woman, a ranking she's maintained as her businesses have grown. What makes Patricia Poku-Diaby's position at number 1 undeniable is how her wealth doesn't just exceed other Ghanaian women by margins. It doubles the second richest woman's fortune. Her $720 million places her in rarefied air among African female entrepreneurs, proving that West African women can build industrial-scale businesses, generating wealth rivaling any sector or geography. She represents the ultimate Ghanaian female success story, starting from family business experience, identifying massive market opportunity, securing capital, and executing on vision despite enormous challenges, and building enterprise that transforms Ghana's primary export into value-added products. She's not just rich, she's an industrialist who changed what's possible for Ghanaian women and Ghanaian business broadly. From Nana Ama McBrown's entertainment empire to Charlotte Osei's political and consultancy wealth, Becca's music success to Joana Gyan Cudjoe's gold mining dominance, Patricia Obo-Nai's telecommunications leadership to Grace Amey-Obeng's beauty empire, Gifty Lamptey's fertilizer fortune to Kate Quartey-Papafio's cable manufacturing breakthrough, Theresa Oppong-Beeko's real estate billions to Patricia Poku-Diaby's $720 million cocoa empire, these Ghanaian women prove that West African female entrepreneurship creates wealth at levels that shock even seasoned business observers. These aren't just wealthy women, they're industry pioneers who built empires in sectors from entertainment to heavy industry, proving that Ghanaian women can succeed anywhere when given opportunity and access to capital. Together, they represent over $1.9 billion in combined wealth, demonstrating that Ghana's economy creates prosperity for women who combine vision, determination, and business excellence. Which of these incredible Ghanaian women inspired you most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories about African female wealth and the empires they're building across the continent.